After a recent memorial service here, someone told me Unitarian Universalists are post-Christian. And from the way they said that, I'm not sure if it was a compliment or not. Well, we do live in what appears to be a post-Christian world where Christianity is no longer has a monopoly on religion like it once did. And maybe they are right that to some extent, at least I would like to think, that we have a broader spirit that adapts and creatively moves forward into something new. No doubt, most of us, if not all, have been influenced by Christianity. It's hard not to be influenced by the paradigm and milieu of a dominant religion that is all around us. Though raised as a Christian, I had experiences that challenged the orthodoxy and even went somehow beyond it. Being in the woods along Lake Michigan alone in a staring contest with a deer gave me a sense of the holy. The tall, straight trunks of the forest pulled my eyes to the heavens like being in an empty cathedral. The colors of stained glass and the mosses and lichens. Being in the Grand Canyon give us a sense of grandeur where we feel so small and tiny yet so alive. Perhaps more so than any prayer or hymn. The transcendentalists like Thoreau and Emerson were onto something. Nature and divinity are not necessarily distinct. Divinity didn't create nature. Perhaps we created the divine to explain the wonders of nature and then use the awe of nature for religious purposes. There is a spiritual beauty in nature, in the flowing brown tannins of our local rivers, in the nearby tranquil forests, in the bluets emerging near our lawns. We earthlings experience the spirit in specific places and times. Along the way, we absorb what makes sense to our experience. Perhaps it is the present moment mindfulness of Buddhism, or how the Tao Te Ching invites us to accept the world as it is and let go. Or the expansive depth and mystery of Hinduism. And simultaneously in all this, we want a scientific worldview. Well, there is a term for this: religious naturalism. Religious naturalism is really a theological orientation and says that nature is all. There is nothing that truly goes beyond nature. The indigenous wisdom of knowing all our relations is a way of life. Being earth-centered is a path of the spirit. In all our relations, nature is all. Beauty is for real and guides us into holiness. The ecology of the earth deserves reverence. Nature is not a sign of divine power. Nature is an emergence of beauty. Centered in beauty and interdependence, justice then is not a political ideal or a moral principle. Justice is a way to live in relationship where power is shared. Some philosophers like Alfred North Whitehead say beauty is the aim of the universe. That seems pretty poetic and nice, but I'm not sure how practical. Yet beauty is potentially in our future. More beauty is possible. The aim of beauty can very well intensify our experiences. We can desire a more beautiful world and yet end up longing for something that is really unattainable. Now, I'm sure that some aspects of beauty have come to us because of natural selection. Why does the hen choose the rooster? Desire, eros, beauty, they're all linked up. There's no question that we are the products of evolution. Evolutionary psychologists say we are attracted to symmetrical faces because symmetrical faces correlate with overall health. We want to produce offspring that are healthy. Evolutionary biologists would say we evolved with fertility and health guiding our way. But that doesn't explain the simple beauty of a flower. 150 million years ago, pollen-producing plants just depended on wind to pollinate. Then insects evolved interdependently to eat that pollen and then more efficiently spread that pollen to neighboring plants. So over time, plants began to modify their leaves into flowers, which became colorful flags to attract more and more pollinators. Bold beacons and distinctive shapes help buds emerge from the camouflage of leaves. Strong aromas attracted even more. Nectar then made them irresistible. Soon birds, mammals, and more insects adapted to this sweet deal. Millions of years later, those same flowers call to us because of the look, because of the smell, or perhaps it was because we knew that eventually fruit might come from there. However beauty emerged in us, it doesn't quite explain the point, the purpose of beauty now. Going back to Plato, the Greek philosophers have said beauty is harmony, goodness, and divine perfection. Whatever beauty is, it's for sure not one simple thing. Beauty cannot be reduced down to a certain property. Beauty is more than any one feeling. If we got beauty through sexual selection, health, and food, so be it. We then took beauty to a whole new level. Just think of the cathedrals we built, the prayers and meditations in a Monet painting, how we got saved by the beauty of the world time and time again. Beauty is at the heart of a religious naturalist theology. We cannot quite articulate the purpose of this beauty, but beauty is something that keeps us in relationship. Beauty is a dialogue. Beauty in Monet's impulse to recreate the water lily. Beauty in why we plant bulbs in our memorial garden. It's why the glory of the snow are displayed in front of our houses, near the sidewalk, and along the pressure-treated wood of picket fences. It's quite possible that beauty emerged in us because of sexual selection, but beauty has become something more, much more. Beauty has become the soul of the world. Luckily for us, there is no shortage of beauty. It just happens naturally. We don't have to plant bulbs. Beauty abounds in us and all around us. So thank you, Earth. Thank you, natural selection. Thank you, chemical bonds, and thank you, laws of physics. If we believe nature is all, and it is important to be aware of all our relations and be centered in the health of the earth, then the function of beauty becomes clear. Beauty's purpose is to lure us into the luminous moments of immanence. Beauty is our cure for unhappy, stuck lives. Beauty calls to us and invites us to participate more fully with the liturgy of ecology. Yes, we can and should go to art galleries and symphony halls, but let us never forget the beauty of life that is all around us. The earth provides us with an abundance of beauty and so much spirit, so much life surrounds us. This Earth Day, may we taste and see that the earth is good. Blessed are they who take refuge in her. In the creamy daffodils with sun orange centers, in the bright honey quality of forsythias, in the exotic pinks of azaleas, in the delicate lime green buds of our girthiest of maples. Our response then is simple: to open ourselves to the blessing of beauty. Maybe, just maybe, the purpose of beauty is to take us out of our gloomy moments, to remind us that we have a place, that we have a place, that we have a home. Beauty is here not so much as a Platonic ideal, but as a guide that pushes us to climb greater heights, to create and to collect art, to lean over the edge in wonder. Knowing all things perish and much too soon, may we hold on to the beauty that is before us. I don't know about you, but sometimes I need to hear things 3 times, or at least I do. I don't know about you, but in all our relations, nature is all, and beauty is the pathway to the holy. Happy Earth Day.